Hi there, everybody. I haven't done an update in a while, so I think I made some videos where I was commenting on other people, but just a little update on myself while it's quiet at home and my husband and daughter are out. So, what's happening these days? Yeah, kind of a tragedy. Mm-mm. My scale, as you know, was an analog scale, meaning it was just like the needle. Showed you how much you weighed. And I had a friend come over. He said, "Yeah, there's no way that scale is right. I think it's 5 pounds too light because there's no way I weigh whatever because his weight's always the same." So I was like, really? Anyway, so I finally invested in a digital scale. Why wouldn't I have done that a million years ago? And put in the batteries, and sure enough, it's all true. It was 5 pounds heavier. So I was so excited because I was at like 210, which meant 10 pounds away from. It meant like 2 pounds before I was pre-baby weight, and it meant 10 pounds before I was at in the 100s. And now, no, no, I was at 215. So now, since that happened, I'm at 213. And I guess the cool thing about the digital scales, you can actually see. Now I understand. I was always like, why do people say like 2.3 point blah blah blah? But now I understand it because it's kind of cool. I can watch my weight going down like little bit by little bit. It tells me. So, like for example, at the beginning of the week, I was at I think it was 213.8, and now at the end of the week, I'm at 213.2. So whereas at the analog scale, I wouldn't have seen that at all, but it's like, oh, it still went down a little bit, and so that's kind of the nice thing about the more precise um, thing. So yay. So downside, I've got 13 pounds to go before I'm in the 100s. But the upside is that I can really measure now really small progressions as opposed to only seeing like before I really couldn't see between 1 pound more or 1 pound less. And now it's cool to see like, oh, it's going down a little bit. That's actually pretty encouraging. So I like that. This week I got some cycling in and I got a good run in, but that's it from Monday to Friday. And on the weekend I did something great. So, and some walking, but not quite as much with my busy work schedule. Because right now this week was like last minute before your holidays, get all the stuff, Christmas parties, blah blah. The good thing is that I was able to still control like I just didn't want to eat tons of sweets and stuff like that at a Christmas dinner that I went to, and I was fine. I was just having a little bit. And people are noticing that I don't eat that much, but whatever. I just don't. If they say, "Well, you barely ate anything," I'm just like, "Yeah, I didn't say anything." I'm like, "No, I'm not hungry or I'm full." Because to me, that's the big challenge is how to deal with people who ask you about how much you ate. Like, well, my gosh, you haven't eaten anything. Like, I did actually eat anything. And sometimes I just point out, actually, there's a lot of calories in what I'm eating. Like, we went to, like, there's a cocktail party last night, and, with work, and I went there, and it's like, yeah, if you have a tiny plate, but on that plate is, like, 4 cubes of, like, gourmet kind of cheese and some vegetables and some quiche and da da, like, you're looking at actually quite a few calories. So, I don't know. I've been also just trying to educate people on actually you don't need to eat a huge plate of pasta. A little bit is all you need. So yay, and then still had like that little, what was it, 6 pounds? Like no, sorry, whatever ounces. What is it? What's that? 0.8 pounds. Anyways, so I had a little bit of a loss too this week. So scale's going the right way. Still doing fitness, even though I was really busy. Didn't overeat. Yay, yay, yay. Feeling good. And I saw some people that I hadn't seen for 3 months. and they were like, wow, wow, why do you look so great? And look at your skin, and look at your hair, and you look so wonderful, and your face looks so different. And that was nice to hear because it's like, and most people I see every day, and they don't notice, and I don't notice. I just feel like kind of the same and but in different. I don't know, the same but different. The same but different ways. I still feel the same. So it's nice to see that people could see those differences. And yeah, so that's it. I did get another fill. I think the last time I put a video up, I was like, should I get a fill or not? I did get a fill. The doctor and I decided, okay, just 0.2 cc's. Is that right? 0.2? No, 2 cc's. Yeah, that's what it is. 2 cc's more into my band, and he said there's still lots of room. I have a massive band. I have a 14 inch. Is that what it is? 14 cc. Yeah, so I have 14 cc band. So my doc, with my surgeon put in. I'm not with my surgeon anymore. I have a different doctor, amazing doctor who does my fault, and he was like, surgeon probably put in too big of a band. So my band is over full, beyond 14 cc's in it, probably something more like 16, but he said there's very little pressure, so we can continue to add more if need be. But I have really good restriction right now. I'm like, a lot of people have noticed like my restriction goes up and down a lot during the day, and then also goes up and down, varies a lot throughout the month. So, um, given that it has such a variation, and given my eating patterns, I tend to eat a lot at dinner time because I have less restriction. My band is quite tight, and that's how I like it. I'm a slow eater anyway, so um, I don't get stuck or like, oh, I've eaten too much. So I'm a slow eater. So given that I'm a slow eater and it works for me to have my band pretty tight. In the mornings, it's more like liquids. Um, like a protein drink is all I need. And at lunch, it's like pretty, like a salad that has nuts or something in it, like a pretty rich salad, but just mostly lettuce or spinach or something. And then I'm full. And then I usually need a snack around 3, or else I start to get really hungry. And then that snack can be anything from like part of an apple. You have an apple, there'll be lots, or piece of fruit or something. And then dinner now, I'm pretty solid at having, yeah, like just a pretty small portions, reasonably small portions, more than what I eat the other meals of the day, but not so much that I'm like, oh, I just caught up on all my calories that I didn't eat throughout the day. So I think I've got a really good place in restriction, and yeah, so that's good. And now I'm just waiting to get to lose that extra 13 pounds. I mean, that 13 pounds off because I want to get into, pardon my nose scratching. I want to get into Wonderland, get into the 100s. Really wanted to do that for the new year, but after the 5 pound step back, and given that it's already December 9th, I don't think that's going to happen, but it's going to happen pretty soon, and for sure by the end of February, I think that it will absolutely happen. And then that'll be the least that I've weighed in 5 years. That's a big deal. And then the next big goal from there would to be getting to be about 180, because that will be the least that I've weighed in about 7 years. Or yeah, 180, between 180 175. And then anything beyond that is like that weight. That was my weight when I was like 17. So that's like a whole different a whole different world. So the way I have it mapped out now, if I lose a pound or a little bit more than a pound, I'll be at my goal by September. But we'll see. This is it. Anyway, so thanks for watching and thanks for commenting, and I hope everyone's doing well.